So massive, again, not surprisingly, you're supporting a colossal amount of weight, but they have this beautiful adaptation in the foot. So the equivalent bones in the foot, the metatarsals, so for us make up the flat of the feet, but these animals walk like birds. They've got 3 toes on the ground, and then the metatarsals stick nearly vertically. Now, that overall extends the length of the leg, so you can walk a little bit faster. You get a slightly bigger stride length. Don't worry, I've got the right bone here.
Nice.
But they also have, yeah, there's a good one. That one's a great one. But they also have this really neat adaptation in the middle bone. So you can see it on this one quite well. And that this is actually not a tyrannosaur. This is an ornithomimosaur. So one of the really ostrich-like ones, Gallimimus from the first Jurassic Park. It has the same thing. You can see the normal bones would be really quite long and square and then flat at the top. And instead this thing shrinks in the middle and turns into this kind of flattened diamond shape. And what that means is the bones either side kind of lock it. In fact, at the top end, it actually tends to wiggle a bit. So it actually goes left and then right. And of course, what that really does is then help these things lock together. And so this is an adaptation to basically lock the foot and make it stable. And we see it in a whole bunch of things, independently evolved. Early tyrannosaurs don't have this, early ornithomimosaurs don't have this, the oviraptorosaurs, the early ones don't have this, and the later ones acquire it, and a couple of other groups as well. And it's about making the foot stable. And what that really does is make the foot energy efficient. So you can imagine, as an animal, you know, we have some cartilage and we've got some ligaments and tendons joining all the bones together and holding joints stable. When you push down, that's going to compress them to a little degree. And when you lift that weight off, they're actually going to spring back. You're going to get a tiny little energy return. It's the idea of those air soles they put in all the trainers and stuff in the 90s. It's that same principle. And you'll get a little bit of energy return. But of course, big force, particularly for a big heavy animal, it's going to take the kind of path of least resistance. And so if your bones are all kind of loose in the foot, what they're going to do is they're going to tend to splay out, and you're actually going to lose that energy. But if you lock the feet together, the bones can't move, and instead that's going to further compress those soft tissue bits and give you a bit more spring.
And this is all about, this is about the mobility, about the dynamics of the movement.